Yeah. Next roll number. Next roll number. Okay, BCA batch 1, nobody is there. BCA batch 2.
Yes, ma'am.
BCA batch 2, roll number 1 to 10. All right. BCA batch 2. One to 10. Ten to 20. BCA batch 2, Komal.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, gym play an important role in gift of Magi.
I did
And,
not ask who. What role was his? I said I just asked you who was Jim.
Ma'am, Jim is a husband of Della, ma'am. Hello.
What was his full name? What did he do for a living? How old was he? Introduce Jim.
Ma'am, Jim earned money around $1.87, and he was very belongs to the poor family, and he wants to give a gift for the Della, and he was a very quiet and very uh, around his age like 26, ma'am.
If you introduce like this to students who have not done a gift of Magi, they will not understand anything. When you are introducing a character, you're telling everything about him.
Mm.
Hmm? Yes. Anybody else?
Yes, ma'am.
Who is the next roll number after Komal? B2, 16 के बाद? It means there are only 4 students who have answered this question, and there are 20 people in the class. Yes, answer the question.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, Jim was the protagonist of the story, The Gift of Magi. His full name was Jim Dillingham Young. Her wife name was Della Dillingham Young.
Are you reading?
No, ma'am.
Then you look into the camera and say.
I'm looking in the camera, ma'am.
Okay.
Jim was the protagonist of the story, ma'am. Whose name the name of the story was The Gift of Magi. Jim's full name was James Dillingham Young. Her wife name was Della Dillingham Young, ma'am. The Youngs were very poor, ma'am, and Jim's weekly salary also dropped from $30 per week to $20 per week. and both of them tried to gift something on the occasion of Christmas to each other, ma'am.
Okay, okay, okay. You do not
I'm
have to.
looking at the camera.
You do not have to relate anything. You just have to tell that James was a young American, a poor American, and he was who was very young and married. As he was very poor, he did not have anything which was precious except that he had a watch, which was his ancestral watch.
Which
And
he
we
got
can
from his father.
I said ancestral, so we can introduce Jim by a young American got married very young and was anyhow pulling along with his life, but he was happy because he was married to somebody he loved. Keep your answers short and crisp. Next roll number. So when you're describing about Jim, you tell us everything about him. You all missed out the most important point. What was his precious possession? That was his watch. And he never had enough money to buy a chain for that. But then, despite his poverty, despite of the fact that he was very poor, he was one happy man because he got married to somebody he loved and his life was full of love, so he had nothing to worry about. In literature, you have to speak so much. There's so much of content to talk about. Not Komal, not one liner or two liner, no. Next roll number.
42, ma'am.
Okay. Two participants raised his hand. Who are they? 42. Okay.
So, ma'am, Della was the wife of Jim in the story, the gift of Magi, ma'am. Della had a very lustrous hair which touched down her knees, and in order to impress her husband on the occasion of Christmas, ma'am, he just cut down her hair so that he could afford a sustainable gift to her husband, ma'am. He sold her hair
That will come later. Della was a young, beautiful wife married to James Dillingham Young. She was a good housewife, and she saved a lot of money by bargaining in the shopkeepers in the grocery store, and she was saving money. So we can see that Della, though she is married to a person who does not earn very much, but then the same thing, it was like love was contagious. When she was very happy to be married to James because she loved him, and when there is love in there, nothing else matters. So, but now, as a very intelligent wife, she saves a lot of money, but even then, it was not enough because the salary was very little. So we can say that Della was, though they were poor, she was very proud of her hair. Talk about introducing the character, no? What the rest of the thing happened in the story. How did she impress Jim, or how did she, or what happened, right? BSc.IT. BSc.IT. 1 to 10. Ten to 20.
Hello, ma'am.
Nitish Kumar. Yeah. Why was Jala sad?
Yes, ma'am.
Why was Della sad?
Because Della said because she has no money for she has not money for gifting her husband, ma'am.
Hmm.
That's why Della became sad, ma'am.
Why did she want to gift her husband?
On the occasion of Christmas, ma'am.
Della was sad because Christmas. No, the next day was Christmas,
Yes, ma'am.
and
And she
Della counted the money 3 times. Thrice she counted it, but she did not have enough. This is what she had saved all the year round.
she has only 8 cents,
Yes,
ma'am.
and then that was not enough to buy Jim a present, and she was crying,
Yes, ma'am.
sitting alone in the house. So she was sad. Christmas was approaching, and she had no money to buy her husband a gift. Christmas is all
Yes,
about
ma'am.
giving gifts. Christmas is all about giving and receiving gifts. And there she was left with very little. So she was sad and she was frustrated because she could not do what she wanted. And that made her very sad.
Yes, ma'am.
I do not understand. In literature, you have to say so much. You can say you have so much of content. If you know the story, you can weave stories. You can tell stories in your own words. Next roll number. Next roll number. BSc.IT. Only 7 students have given the MARQ today. A lot of people are not answering. There are 24 people in the class. Now raise your hand those who have not answered, because they will be getting a big zero.
Excuse me, ma'am. Hello.
BSc.IT roll number 12, roll number 13,
Hello.
B1
Excuse me, ma'am.
Nikhil.
Hello.
A lot of people have not answered. Yes. Yes. Roll number 13.
Yes, ma'am. Jim was upset because he wants to give a gift to his wife on the occasion of Christmas event. He hasn't enough money to buy a gift for his wife, and that's why he sold his ancestral watch
No, we
to
did not
buying a
ask.
gift.
We did not ask you what he did. Why was he upset? The short answer.
He was upset because he hasn't enough money or sufficient money to buy a gift to his wife on the event of on the Christmas event.
Can I?
On the occasion of Christmas. How much did Jim earn earlier? How much did Jim earn earlier? Next roll number. BSc roll number 12. Call number 9. Call number 11. No answer. Who were the Magi?
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Please answer. You're wasting so much of time.
Yes, ma'am. The Magi were three wise men who invented the giving of gift on the occasion of Christmas.
What happened? When did they start giving? How did this custom happen? Start.
When Jesus was children.
Jesus for children.
When
Jesus was children. What is this statement?
ma'am, repeat again, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Next roll number. How many men were they?
And there were 4 men.
4.
मैम मेजाई के मैम वहाँ पे 4 आदमी थे ना, 4 आपस में जन बात कर रहे थे, तो तारा के थ्रू से पता चला था कि स्टेबल में न्यू बॉर्न बेबी हुआ है.
3 wise men. 3 wise men. 3. There were 3
3
wise
मैन थे मैम, और जो कि वहाँ पे स्टार के मूविंग करते करते वो पहुंच गए थे स्टेबल के पास, जहाँ पे उन्हें एक नया वो न्यू बॉर्न बेबी जो कि
ठीक है.
गॉड ऑफ
वो उतना बोलना पड़ेगा आपको फर्स्ट में. Who were the Magi? उसमें आपको बोलना पड़ेगा कि कैसे, how did it start?
Ma'am, can we answer the questions after answering our own question, ma'am?
Yeah. What did they bring for infant Jesus? What gifts were brought?
They brought gold for infant Jesus, ma'am.
They got gold, they bought pearls, and they bought incense, perfumes, frankincense, perfumes.
Yeah.
How much had Della saved? Sorry?
1.87 cents, ma'am.
How much had Della saved?
$1.87.
1.87 cents, ma'am.
How much did Della get for selling her hair?
$30.
20?
$20.
30, ma'am.
30, ma'am.
$30.
What did Della buy for Jim?
Platinum watch chain.
Platinum watch.
Palladium. Shan, ma'am. Shan.
Platinum watch chain.
The rest of the students are not prepared for the MCQ work. Are you not prepared? What is the meaning of dandy?
Ma'am, Shrestha.
Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it awesome? Isn't it dandy? These are the words taken from the story.
श्रेष्ठ होगा.
हाँ. What is the meaning of coveted? Coveted.
Ma'am,
नहीं नहीं, नो 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 नो. कॉवेटेड मतलब वो चीज जो सबको ही पाना चाहता था. जिस तरह के वो डेला का जो है, जिस तरह का डेला का हेयर था, वो वैसे वैसे बाल हर कोई चाह जाता. मोस्ट कवेटेड मतलब एवरीबॉडी वांटेड टू हैव सच हेयर. कवेटेड.
हम
लोभ नहीं होता. So much so about gift of Mijai only. I guess you were not prepared for the MARQ. Hmm? Do you think your answers are quite up to the mark?
No, ma'am.
These were long answers, short answers. All your answers were one-liners. I told you so many times. In literature, you have to speak. You have to describe. You have to elaborate. If this is the way you're going to pass your exams, then you need to be prepared for answering it. This was the easiest kind of lesson. And you can add more and more. You can add emotions in your speeches. So the rest of the students, please raise your hands. Those who have answered the question, raise your hands. There are a lot of people who have not answered at all. After 26 people, 6 people have only answered. और बाकी लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? Okay. BSc.IT 444 roll number 9. कैमरा ऑन कीजिए अपना.
Yes, ma'am.
जितने भी क्वेश्चन डाले गए हैं उसमें से एक क्वेश्चन का आंसर कर सकते हैं आप? एक भी? एनीवन?
No, ma'am. I prepared नहीं हूँ ma'am.
I told you to prepare. I told you MARQ हम लेने वाले हैं. Now I will not show you the MARQ. I will just look at your faces and ask questions.